And we are live. Hey guys, you are welcome to the big one. Whenever I'm on the Minority Report, it's always all guns blazing. And who else is the best partner in crime to actually perpetrate damage to the Minority Report? I just have to introduce this special guest today. Uh, you already know he's the Arsenal Slayer, the Tottenham Van Helsing. He has decided to grace the show more often, and we're just so happy to introduce to you once again, back again from the heart of London, Dejispurs. Dejispurs, you're welcome to the show, man.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Tony, my brother. It's a pleasure
Yeah,
to be with you on the Minority Report. It's a pleasure for us to always have our conversations and educate
yeah.
the Arsenal fans that follow this channel. And for me, I've been getting trolled and followed by a lot of Arsenal fans who are taking some of my comments and thinking it's some joke, and it's not a joke. I'm ready to put my chest. I said a number of things yesterday on Armory TV where
Yeah,
one of the guys, and Tony, and I'm going to put the same challenge to you. I was
yeah.
up on Armory TV that if Tottenham finish above Arsenal,
Yeah.
this guy has said basically that he will wear my Tottenham shirt with
Ugh.
mine. So it's not to wear
Ugh.
a Tottenham shirt, but it's to wear my shirt with a name on it. So Tony, I asked you that last week, and I'm just gonna at some point in today's show, I'm gonna ask you again to reconsider. Because Arsenal fans getting really happy because you've managed to get two wins on the table, and so your chest.
Bro, man. No, 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 Deji. So somehow you know how to get me up in my feelings. You say it in such a smooth way, but bro, it's like something piercing through my heart. Deji, there is no way that Tottenham team is finishing above Arsenal. Like, seriously. Seriously. See, Deji, you guys played a woeful Southampton team. It showed in that Chelsea game, the way you guys were just
Yeah.
completely lackluster. It was a lucky game for you guys. Chelsea actually raised their game level. You
and
know,
and
they really went for it. They
and,
really,
and, and
really
let,
went
and let
for
me
it.
and let me
And
guess.
and and, and Tottenham
Yeah.
were laid bare to see. Your frightening front three were laid bare for the public to see. So there isn't any kind of like constructive coherence in that
Well,
team yet.
I kind of,
You
I
guys
kind
still
of,
need to play.
I
Deji,
disagree. So the
Deji,
first,
Deji, wait. Deji, wait. You get
yeah,
all the time to do all your stuff. And I know you. I know what you do. Deji,
yeah,
give me
yeah,
an up-to-date and objective analysis of that
yeah,
match between Tottenham and Chelsea. Exhaustively. Take your time. I won't interrupt you.
yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I'm happy to do that, and I have been doing that. Um, Tottenham went and played Chelsea at Stamford Bridge,
Yeah.
and I said to you last week that I expect Tottenham Hotspur to win. We didn't win.
Yeah.
And partly because I would like to say that Chelsea was the better team. Chelsea outplayed Tottenham on Sunday. I mean, if I was to come
I,
on
I
this show,
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I
yeah,
appreciate that.
and when I talk realness, things that I
Yeah.
either believe or things that I feel, and things based on things that I see. And Tottenham, we were outplayed by Chelsea, but at the same time, what I would say to you is that despite being outplayed, we were able to get a point. Now, one of the things that I would always say is this: the measure of a good team is not always when you're winning matches, it's how you're able to perform when the going gets tough, or and what I'm going to describe as Tottenham had a bad day at the office. We didn't show up. It was a bad day. A lot of people called in sick. and
Yeah.
we didn't really put our front foot forward. What I have to
Yeah.
do though is say that what I saw from my team though, in terms of positivity, is the
Yeah.
fact that even though we were not playing well, we
Yeah.
held on, and in holding on, we were
Yeah.
able to get a result, which is a draw. Now,
Yeah.
if this was
The Deji, I'm coming. The United family, Ola is bigging Deji up. Deji,
respect,
you've been bigged up by the United family, Ola.
enough
Ola,
respect
you're
to,
welcome. Thank you very, very much, man.
and I
Big ups to
respect
you
Allah
too.
because he's a better man than me. Do you know what I'm saying? The fact that he's able to still come on these streams and comment and show love. Allah, I just respect you. My whole level of respect for you has gone up a notch because if my team was bottom of the league, I don't know where I would be. So big up to
Oh
the
my
United
God,
family.
he's peppering it in. He's peppering it
But,
in. Ola, please. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to do this to you.
but, uh, but you know what I am saying though is that
Yeah.
last season Tottenham lost at home to Southampton.
Yeah.
Last season, we played Chelsea 4 times, we lost 4 times. This
Yeah.
season, Spurs have 4 points from 2 games, one of which we didn't play well, but we still
Yeah.
managed to get a point. So I would say to you that it wasn't great, but in terms of Tottenham and what we want to achieve this season, we're still on course. Nothing has been derailed. And we
Yeah.
go again. And I guess for me, the true test is this weekend against Wolves and see how we perform.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Deji, that was a good one. Um, I'll just take this comment here. The United family. I might be a sports fan until United gets back to their best. Man, that's
Yeah.
shameful, Ola. You'll be a sports fan. Are you serious? You ready to?
Respect, no respect. Put some respect on Ola's name, because that
Ah,
there is what I describe as wisdom, and Ola's definitely showing his class in saying that he will come to being a Spurs fan because right now things are looking very difficult for Ajax
yeah.
United at the moment. They're struggling to get players, so so Ola, come over. We love you. We got open door. You get me? We have an open door policy over at Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay. See, this is what I'll drill you through. Deji, you are really, really loved in Europe here. You can see Osage.
Sorry,
Um, Osage's bigging you up here, man. Laughing out loud. No, Deji, you didn't just do that to Ola. Osage is actually a Chelsea fan. Um, he's a personal friend, but he's
okay,
coming to the show on Friday. So Deji,
okay,
you have to watch that show because he's
sure,
watching yours now, and
sure.
he's ready to
Big up,
pounce on you.
big up,
Um,
big up, big up.
and he also says, "Big ups, guys." Yeah,
Yeah,
Osage,
respect.
you're welcome, man. Deji, another lover of yours is Amy Baba. You've had a couple of run-ins with Amy Baba on this show, and he says, "Hey, Deji, that's an indirect shade." When you were shading Ola and the rest. Uh,
I didn't
you
even
know,
realize. Sorry, I didn't even mean to do that, Emmy Baba. I was
yeah.
just trying to be nice and polite. But yeah, big up to Emmy Baba as well. Enough
Yeah.
respect.
And another supporter of our show is Ogbeni Ridwan. Big ups to you, big brother, Ogbeni Ridwan. And it says, big up to everyone, especially the so called Arsenal Slayer. Bro, man, you're really getting,
In the
quite
building,
good traction, from
in the
from
building.
this space, man. And guys that subscribe here,
Really, really
Deji
respect.
Spores has really been instrumental to the development of this channel. Please, is coming up with his channel very, very soon. I would like you guys to subscribe to his channel when it do comes up. So I would give all you my fans his IDs when it's all out. Please join him and grow his station. He's a lovely brother. He has helped me grow, and he's a deep inside is a lovely person. It's not just about being an Arsenal slayer or the Tottenham Van Helsing. He's also a family man. He's a great guy too. So please show him love when his channel comes out. Deji, let's get into the hard hitters and the big banters.
Yeah, let's go
Bro,
in.
bro, what were you guys thinking? You showed up to Stamford Bridge to
Yeah.
pack the boss, and it
No,
blowed
no,
up
no.
in your faces.
I'm
And
not
it
gonna
blowed
have
up in
that.
your faces. It blowed
No,
up in
no.
your faces.
What you've got to understand.
You were all the time, in the couple of weeks me and you have been on the Minority Report. You've been blowing your trumpet, bigging up your chest as if you're the you're the boogeyman of the league. But Chelsea bust your pipes this past
What,
weekend. What do you say to that?
what I would say,
What do you say to that? Because
what
they really showed you guys that, hey, we're the
No,
bigger team.
let me tell you something. And I think for me, people, it's very easy to make those types of comments, but we got to contextualize things. And that's why I love your show, Tony Claude, because we contextualize and we chop things up.
Yeah.
When, they say that the most dangerous people are people
Yeah.
that have nothing to lose. And when I see
Definitely.
there are two teams that when they play Spurs, they are what I call motivated opponents. The two teams that are motivated opponents, I would argue, is West Ham and Chelsea. When West Ham or Chelsea play Tottenham, I don't know what's going on. These guys have decided that they hate our guts, they see blood everywhere, and they want to take this crap to the streets. I mean, we're seeing it even in management. So when you've got a motivated opponent, you know that they are able to find an extra 2 or 3% in their legs, and it enables them to perform. And I was
Yeah.
saying on another channel that I don't see that same energy from Chelsea when they play Arsenal. I don't see the sort of tension between the Chelsea manager and Arteta. Everything's all cordial. Everything's very nice. When you beat Chelsea, Tuchel shook Arteta in the hand and even looked in his eye and then gave him a pat on the bum. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, things
A
like
pat
that.
on the bum.
Literally. So,
Man,
no
you guys,
motivation.
you see why I like bringing Deji to this show. It's
What you got to
crazy.
understand is that we played
Yeah.
against a motivated opponent that wanted blood. And yet we were able to hang in there. I'm not going to lie. Chelsea, that's the same kind of energy. And I would almost argue it was reminiscent of what you did to Chelsea pre-season, because that was the same energy that you took in Florida when you spanked them 4-0. And remember, we agreed that Chelsea didn't really turn up, yet you won 4-0. And it was the same thing. We didn't motivate our, and I don't know why.
Suddenly, you now attach importance to preseason games, right?
No, I'm
Suddenly,
not
because
attaching
last
any
2 weeks you
importance.
said, "Oh, preseason games are nothing; they're nothing." But right now, in your analysis, right now, it's something.
I'm just saying.
Where is the consistency?
I'm drawing an analogy so you can see why Chelsea had the upper hand, because they were motivated, whereas we just turned up. I don't know why we just turned up, but what I will say to you is, my brother, is this.
Deji, it's a London derby. You have to turn up. It's a
Let me tell
London
you something.
derby. It's a
Are you
London
going to tell
derby.
me, look, you are a working man, I'm a working man, the people in the chat, they're all working.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell me that you don't have a bad day at the office?
But come
Because
on, not. But
Tottenham had a bad,
come on,
we
come
had a
on.
bad day
Come
at
on. You
the
had a
office.
very strong team. You
Yeah.
had a very strong team.
Bro,
Come on, Lloris at the net, Dyer,
Tony,
Romero, Davis,
I'm
Kulusevski,
looking at
Emerson, Olberg,
Gerard's welcome
Bentancur.
back, Tony Jones.
You've talked a lot about Kulusevski,
Yeah,
over
look,
lots of shows. You've talked a lot
know,
about him.
no,
He
Tony, you know
completely didn't
that
turn up.
even your golden boy Saka is gonna have off days. Tottenham as a team, we had an off day against Chelsea and we still managed to get a draw. That is the bit that people are missing. We didn't play well. We had a bad day at the office. We walked away with a point. Last season, we tried. We were a lot better than what we were in this game, and we walked away with nothing. So for me, that is a tremendous progress, and in terms of our spirit, in terms of our character, and so that is a step in the right direction. So yes, I agree, we didn't play well, but bad days do happen. And as I said to Arsenal supporter the other day, he was saying to me, "Do you still believe that? Do you still believe that Tottenham can win the league? Do you still believe?" And I said to him, "What has changed? Did Arsenal Invincibles? Did they go a whole season without losing? No, they went a whole season without losing. But did
Be
they go
careful
the whole
there.
season? But did they go a whole season without drawing? When we had the Invincible
No,
season,
no, no. Actually, they
Arsenal
had
had
lots of draws. They had
they had
lots of
12. They
draws.
had 12 draws.
Yeah, yeah, they had lots of draws, but the invincibility scenario, it's in that those guys never lost a match throughout the
Yeah, but
season,
what
and
I'm trying to
that's
say
what
is
made
we.
them
But
invincible.
what I'm trying to say is that people are coming at me like Tottenham lost. We haven't lost. We drew.
No, 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 no. You
We
no,
drew though.
no, no, no. You're not channeling the
No,
same
no.
energy. No,
We drew.
Deji. No, Deji. You're not
No, we did,
channeling the
bro.
same energy that you had 2 weeks ago when you
I'm telling
graced the Minority Report. You
bro.
came here boasting,
Yes.
big mouthed, that you
Yeah.
got. In fact, in some other podcasts, you've actually said that Tottenham would win the Champions League. Bro, not with that team you put out there in Chelsea. They completely malhandled you guys.
What are you?
Cucurella was something different. Uh, Kulusevski was nowhere to be found. Bentancur, he couldn't even do anything. He couldn't even run the show at all. Sterling
I
was
hear what
running
you're
lines
saying.
all over your 18-yard
Yeah.
box. Uh,
Can I? Sorry, I
it
just
was
want to.
crazy. Loftus-Cheek was like Ronaldo in that game.
And
Like how? Why?
can I say something to you? And
Yeah.
what did they? And for all of Chelsea's flamboyance and for all of their good play, what did they walk? What did they get for that?
Hey, see, it
What
was
did
a
they get for?
draw. It was a
What
draw,
was
but
the
you know,
result?
but there were other factors that
What
made
factors?
not to win that game, right? What
What
about the
factors?
refereeing factor? The refereeing factor. You of all people know how shit English refereeing is and officiating is. You know,
Can I, can I,
can
can I
you
be real though?
imagine the pullback on the hair of
Can I? Can I?
bro?
What?
I don't want to even go back through all
Cucurella,
this stuff, man.
Cucurella with his hair, he should have worn a hairband. That's all I'm saying about that one. He should have worn a hairband. But
So
in
now are you
relation,
now discriminating against someone who has an
no,
afro
I'm not
hair?
saying he should have tied his hair. He should have tied his hair up. That's all I'm saying. But no,
Why should he tie his hair?
bro,
Why?
I'm just saying he had it all flopping
Why?
around in
Are
his
we in
face.
Iraq or are we in Syria? Why can't we be
Oh,
free?
it's not that
Why can't he be free in
he
England to
can
leave
be
his
free.
hair?
But let me be real with you. If your hair is getting in my way, I will pull you out the way. That's the truth.
Are you
I will pull
serious?
you out. I will
So,
pull you out
so,
the way.
so
Get
I
out my
don't get
face.
to have freedoms. I don't get to have any freedoms while playing football in England.
You can have your freedom, but let me tell you this. People are I don't know why people are huffing and puffing like some sort of werewolf in relation to the refereeing decisions. We have been seeing since VAR has come in particular, we have been
Yeah,
seeing some disgraceful decisions. And I have to say that Tottenham Hotspur have been on the end of some shockers. Last season against Southampton, Kane was clearly onside, scored, ruled out for offside with VAR when everybody, every man and his dog, everybody in the world could see it was a clear goal. We've had situations where we've scored goals and it's been disallowed. I mean, this happens in football. The only
yeah.
thing that you guys are complaining about is the fact that Tottenham, for once, we had the rub of the green. And I'm not going to lie. We had the rub of the green on Sunday. But you know what? It happens in football. Arsenal are going to have the rub of the green in some games this season. Chelsea are going to have a penalty, which is
But
not a
but but,
penalty.
but not
It's going
anytime
to happen,
soon.
bro.
But
That's
not
football.
anytime soon. Any
That's
of these
football,
teams
bro.
that want to play Arsenal have to be very, very careful. The game between Liverpool and Crystal Palace has actually shown, and it has actually disproved your hypothesis last week when you claimed that Arsenal got lucky in the Crystal Palace game with Liverpool. It's all laid bare. You can see what happened. Liverpool, the so-called heroes, the big hitters, the ones who are going to win the league, cannot defeat a Crystal Palace at home. Deji,
Yeah,
does
bro,
that
I'm
mean
not gonna
anything
lie to
for
you.
you?
I'm not.
And
I'm not
Arsenal
gonna.
went into the
But
den of the
me and
lions.
you,
We went
me and
into
you.
Selhurst
What
Park
I
and we
said.
got a 2-0
What,
win.
what
Bro,
you
you need
know?
to start putting
No,
respect
Tony.
on
No, Tony.
Arsenal's
Hold
name.
on one
You
second,
need to
Tony.
start putting respect on
No,
Arsenal's
you
name.
hold on one second. But
Do
me
you
and you
understand
both.
that Arsenal is
Me and
joint
you
top,
both. But me and
joint
you both.
top league
But
league
me and
leaders
you
right
both
now?
agreed that Crystal Palace outplayed you, but you guys got our own goal. But you agreed that
What do you
only
mean by an own
you.
goal? What do you
Oh
mean?
my days.
Martinelli scored. Oh, okay. Minus the goal of the own goal. Yeah, it's okay, right? But
Come on,
Martinelli
bro.
scored, right?
Yeah, he did. But what I'm trying to say
Yeah,
to you
then
is,
what are you saying, man?
you were outplayed. True or false? Let's be honest. You were
What
outplayed
do you
by
mean by
Palace.
outplayed? It
Oh
was
my
game
God.
management, man. And it clearly showed when Liverpool could not
So are
actually
you a
destroy
lawyer?
Crystal Palace.
Are you a lawyer or a politician? Game
No,
management.
no,
Is that what
no,
you call
Deji.
game management?
No,
You
Deji.
guys were
The
outplayed
fact
by
here, the
by
fact here
Bournemouth.
is that you come to this show. You come to this show. Of course, I
Yeah,
invite you, and you're
yeah,
loved here. And
yeah,
of course, as you can see, the fans love you here. But you come to this show. You put up this. You put up this big antics.
what
This royalty, of which Tottenham is not English royalty. And then you come and then you big up Tottenham as if they're like
yeah.
world beaters,
So,
and
but
you know
what? But hold
and
on.
there's, like I told you, there's something sportsy about you guys. You guys are
But
so
where's this? Where's
sportsy.
the Spurs? But where's the Spursy though? Where is it? Where?
Why didn't you turn up
Oh,
at the
we got a
bridge?
point
Why didn't you turn up at the
where we
bridge?
didn't get a point. We got a point where we didn't, where we normally don't get a point. The other thing is that I wanted to say to you, let's be real. Every team has a bogey team. Yeah.
So you're
Tottenham's
saying
team, yeah,
Chelsea's your boogie team?
Chelsea is our bogey team. We don't beat Chelsea, just like Everton is our most favorite team. Because every time we play Everton, we always win. Whether we play good or bad, we always beat Everton. That's just a fact. You
Okay.
guys'
I'll
bogey
rebuttal
team,
like this, Deji. I'll
your
rebuttal
bogey
like
team
this.
is like
Chelsea
Stoke.
Chelsea played a game, their first game of the season, and they won that game by 1-0. Everyone, critics alike, podcasters, everyone, they all claimed that Chelsea were shit, that Chelsea will get bamboozled by the big, by the big, or by other bigger teams and other rivals. And Tottenham, coming out from that high they had against Southampton,
Yeah,
you know, everyone was, yapping about Tottenham, like, oh,
yeah,
these are world
yeah,
beaters. Oh, they have a
yeah,
ferocious front three,
yeah,
including me. I raise my hands and say that that's true.
yeah.
And then you come into the bridge, and then Chelsea manages to turn the heat and turn up the ant a little
So,
bit and show you
so,
why they are two-time
Tony, so
Champions
let
League
me
winner.
ask you a question.
Why didn't your team turn up with the kind of ferocious front four that you had? Why didn't
Bro,
your team turn up and completely destroy
bro, why?
Chelsea at the bridge?
What? I'll tell you why, bro. That's a question. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Why do some people get COVID and some people don't get COVID and they're living in the same house, bro? We just don't know the answer to that, bro. Unfortunately for you. But what I would say is this. What I would
But
say,
you just claimed that your team
bro,
are
can I
going
ask
to
you a
be
question? Let
Champions
me
League
ask you a
winners.
question. And I'm
So
gonna
if you
ask the
cannot beat
panel.
a
Let me ask
Chelsea,
everyone in the
if you
chat,
cannot beat
and
a
I'm
Chelsea
asking
that
you.
managed to just
Let me
win their
ask the
game
panel. I'm going to
1-0,
ask you guys a
then what
legit
makes you
question.
what
Let me
makes you a
ask you a legit
Champions League
question. Let me
winner?
ask you a question. I'm going to answer that. I'm going to answer you in a sec. Can you tell me which team won every game without drawing or losing a game in the Premier League?
None.
Right.
None.
Okay.
Apart from
Right.
Arsenal.
So,
Apart from Arsenal during our 49 unbeaten.
but you drew 12 matches in that
Okay.
season.
If you add the draws,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
sure.
drew 12 matches in that season. I'm
Yeah,
saying
sure.
which teams haven't drawn or lost, who's won every game?
None, of course.
Right, none. So what you're saying to me is because Tottenham drew with Chelsea, somehow my prediction that I gave you at the beginning of the season is null and void. How can that be? What's changed? So can I ask you a question? Is Liverpool still capable of winning the league?
Of course, it's just 2 games in. Like
Exactly.
any team. No,
Exactly.
seriously.
Done.
Any team can
Stream
actually
over.
win it.
Stream
Any
over then.
team can actually win it. Yeah, but
So,
it's still gonna be tough.
we had a bad game at the office.
Yeah,
Bro, remember last season, you
yeah,
were bottom. This time last year, you were bottom of the league and you managed to finish 5th. Tottenham
yeah.
has taken 4 points from the first 2 games, one of which we've played a team from the top 4. Have you
Deji,
played a team?
let's take some comments, man. The comment is buzzing, man. It's buzzing. Tony Gerard TV. Let's see how the team bounce back against
Let's see how
Wolves.
you get on against Bournemouth, Tony Gerald.
there was um there was something here. Um the United family said something here. It said, I will pick Spurs ahead of Arsenal. Sorry, Anthony. All right.
That's my
No problem.
that's my dog right there.
Uh
United
Yeah,
fan.
Anthony Gerard. Hey Deji, welcome back. I guess you owe me an apology because you were actually, talking last week about how Tottenham would
No,
destroy
but
Chelsea,
but
and
you know what? But I
can you
said,
apologize to Tony Gerard? Can you do
can I
it
just say
live?
this? Before I do I don't think I do anything of the sort. What I said is Tony Gerald is an Arsenal fan, and I said on the show last week that I expected Arsenal to win 2-0. You
Yeah,
guys won 4-2. I didn't expect you to let Leicester City score. The fact that you even let them score is quite suspect in terms of your defense, and your golden boy Saliba scored an own goal. So let's just put some respect on his name. Leicester City is garbage. So you guys are pumping your chest because you played a crappy Leicester City. Let's be real. Let's be real. Have you played any team so far this season that finished in the top 10 last season?
wait. Are you serious? You call a Leicester team
I
with?
don't know what
Are
you
you?
guys are pumping your chest
What
about.
are you saying, Deji? You call a Leicester team with James Maddison, and he also scored in that game, mind you, with a Tillemans, with a Vardy, and you're saying all this? They came with full power, and then you're saying all these. We played a full strength Leicester City, and we beat them,
No,
we thumped
Leicester
them at the
haven't bought.
Emirates.
Leicester haven't bought
You know,
anyone. They've not bought
but right
anyone.
now, I'm still talking about that Tottenham and Chelsea game.
Yeah, come on.
Even if we kind of like do our show like this, we still have to put some sense into it.
Thank you.
What were the main battle in
For
that
me,
game that you saw?
I think what happened was that Conte made a tactical. I think there was some positive and some negatives, but for me, what I saw was something exciting. So I explained the 4-3-3. Us being Chelsea matched it, and I think pound for pound, personnel wise, Chelsea's players can play the system better. You
Yeah,
know, Sessegnon had a shocking game. Emerson Royale is not the one. I can't wait until we unleash Jed Spence, because I told you he's our answer to Reece James. We need him on the right wing. We don't need Matt Doherty. And I think that the way, and then you know what? There's a player that no one talks about enough, but you got to put some respect on this guy's name. Conte, whenever he plays, he's like 2 midfielders. We
yeah,
just couldn't cope with that, brother. And
with
guess
that
what?
pressure.
Look at it now. He's injured. He's going to be missing for a month. So everybody now is going to enjoy playing Chelsea without Kante. But we remember we've had to play Chelsea with Kante, who's like 2 men on his own. So that's so put that there.
He was
But
absolute
what I
good in
saw,
that game. I really liked his gameplay in
he
that
was a
game.
monster. But what I
Yeah,
saw from my team that was exciting was the fact that Conte, for the first time, was able to be bold enough to change the system from a back 3. And he went to
yeah,
a back 4, which led to our equalizing goal. Yeah. And the kind of stories around that, we can pass that. But we scored, making that change. Where I think Conte went wrong is he
yeah,
left it in that same formation for far too long. I knew Ben Davis up against Reece James is like the
yeah.
tortoise and the hare. There's just no chance in hell that this guy was going to be able to keep up. And lo and behold, um, Reece James score. That's where they were going to score, or Loftus-Cheek would have scored. And then what I was excited about was the fact that, Tony, let's put some respect on the name. I told you that it's plausible you can see Tottenham's front four being on the pitch at the same time. Kane, Richarlison, Son, Kulusevski. And you saw that. You saw that in the Chelsea game. For 10 minutes, all four of those players was on the pitch. But, bro, I'll say to you, put some respect on Perisic's name. What a fantastic ball delivery. And you can, you can say this, even if people don't think Perisic is old, they don't think he's going to be the same guy as when he was younger, this and that. Bro, just the delivery alone, you could see that his delivery into the box was just world class. We've never had anything like that. So just having him around is already a game changer for Mark.
Yeah, he's an experienced guy, isn't it?
Bro, but also he's
Serie A and everything.
He's also quality, because that delivery was fantastic. So for me, it was good to see Conte make some changes with the formation. Where he let himself down is he hesitated. He kept it too long with the four at the back, and Tottenham four at the back. You're exposing Dyer. You're exposing Ben Davies. And I think if he's going to make them changes, if we get back into the game, he has to quickly revert to a back three for me. Or you got to start.
Did you really think that Tottenham had problems with the run-ins of Sterling and Loftus-Cheek?
I don't think we had problems. I feel like Tottenham's the system that they played, they just nullified us. Remember, they didn't play Reece James as a right back. They played him on the right of the centre back, which was quite interesting. And so Reece James is very physical, is very fast. And to be fair, Son hasn't played well in our first two games.
Yeah, no. We'll come to Son. We'll come to Son because it's there's an interesting dynamic with Son there. But you can touch on other sides apart from Son.
But
because we have to get back to that.
What I will say is that Conte makes a big difference. I think we play that game this Sunday without Conte. I think we do Chelsea over. I feel like people don't respect this guy enough. He is a big game player. And let's be real. And I have to say also, it's the first time that I've seen Tottenham in a corner do zonal marking and not have anybody on the back post. I mean, we learned in primary school that when there's a corner, have someone on the front post, have someone on the back post. And if you look at Koulibaly's goal, nobody was on the post. Now, I don't know. That's clearly an error.
It was an open net goal. It brought back those vibes, those Didier Drogba vibes, And for a defender to actually do that to you guys, and a new defender from the Serie A to do that to you guys, it shows that Koulibaly, it shows his level, it shows his gameplay.
We've been linked with Koulibaly over the years. He's a Senegalese, he's an African Nations Cup holder right now. He's a big game player. He's the sort of player that really Tottenham could have done with, because I've just heard this evening that Romero is going to be out for at least a month, and that's a major blow for Spurs, because we can't afford to have such a quality defender out. But what I am saying is that in terms of the game, we were just overrun in the midfield. And
even in defense, Cucurella was something different.
Cucurella is better.
He was speedy. He was ready. You can see the hunger. You can see the hunger.
Sessegnon, it wasn't his game. We should have played Perisic. But like I said to you, at the end of the day, I think that for all of what you can say was Tottenham's poor performance, the one thing that I felt they did well was they showed a lot of heart and they held on. And by holding on, they stayed in the game and they were able to get a draw. And sometimes, bro, it's not going to go for you every time. It's what Ajax United should have done.
So you don't think officiating had any effect on that match?
To be honest with you, bro,
be very objective. You think the officiating was perfect?
The officiating wasn't perfect, but I'm going to say this again. This is not the first time. This will not be the last time that there will be controversial games. As a Spurs fan, and any Spurs fan in the chat will know, Tottenham has been on the end of some horrendous decisions before VAR and with VAR. So for me to sit here and start talking about officials when Tottenham have always had the ugly stick more times than not, that would just be nonsense. Tottenham got the rub of the green. I'm not going to lie. We got the decisions on our side. And sometimes, just sometimes, in a championship winning season,
Yeah.
you need decisions like that. You
need decisions like that. Yeah,
to go your way.
definitely.
And
Yeah,
what I will say
definitely.
to you is that even though Spurs deserved to lose that game against Chelsea,
Yeah.
they walked away with a draw. Do you know what that does? That lifts the boys. They are lifted and encouraged to say, you know what, guys, if we dig deep and fight the way we fought, maybe a few more decisions can go our way. And that's how you can see the mentality start to change. So I hear what you're saying, bro. I can't big up my chest anymore, but to say that the plan, the money heist.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do in the Spanish bank. The
Uh,
plan is
Leo Zeko has choice words for you here, man. Deji, that was clearly our game. You walked away with a point because your 12th man, Anthony Taylor, waved his magic stick, bro. Uh, see, it's a general thing here about the Premiership. I really think that Premiership officiating has been the worst in the last 10 years. Many teams have been on the back end of very, very horrendous, horrible decision. Even in Arsenal's game against Leicester City, look at how easy it was for Vardy to actually con the referee. It was so easy, and he couldn't even like say, "Hey, okay, I'm confused about this. I would go check the VAR." Why in the world will a controversial decision be given without even checking on the VAR? Then why do you have a VAR? Why make rash decisions like that when you have the VAR sitting and waiting for you to make such decisions? It was so easy for Vardy to just con the referee, and the referee had to be called back to check the VAR, and then he saw what happened, and the penalty was called off.
I hear you, bro.
So
The cynic in me will say that it's deliberate because it makes for entertaining spectacle. Let's be real. All the neutrals enjoyed that game thoroughly on the weekend. And if you're someone who's cynical and is looking for more views and more sponsorship and more direction and eyes on the Premier League, then that game was a bloody great advert for the Premier League.
Exactly.
I think that game pretty much reinforced why the Premier League is the best league in world football.
And when we're talking about the best league in football, we also have to talk about the pressures and the intensity in the stadium. What were the effects of that heated conversation and choice of words between Conte and Tuchel? And what would you say were the effects of the vociferous fans in the bridge on that day?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
How did that affect the game?
Bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That it was like a cauldron in there. I wanted to be in there to kind of cover my guys, to be honest with you, because it was hell on earth being at Stamford Bridge, and it was fierce. It was a fierce atmosphere, and they wanted to go for blood. They wanted to kill us. Literally, the fans wanted to kill us, and I totally get that because there's a lot of passion riding on it, and you can see it with the reaction with Tuchel. He wanted this more than any other. He wanted that win more than the Champions League. Honestly, the guy was. Imagine, this is week 2 in the Premier League, and a manager leaves his centre and goes running down the pitch. I mean, what is this? Is this the semi-final of the Champions League?
But Conte did that. Conte did that, and again, you're also forgetting that this is a London derby. It's a London derby. Derbies are always like this.
Yeah,
derbies are always like this.
No,
I know it's
you won't,
hardly hardly
you won't see that.
contested. It's a
You won't
battle.
see,
It's a
you
battle.
won't
You have
see,
to
you
come
won't see
with
Tuchel behaving
with
like
all
that
your
against
armor.
Crystal Palace. You won't see Tuchel behaving like that against Crystal Palace. You won't even see that same level of beef between Chelsea
Mhm.
and Fulham. Beat that. And they're neighbours. You won't even see the same animosity towards the two teams. So I feel like people single out Spurs for like a special treatment. And
For
thank you,
special.
because that special treatment makes us stronger. Do you get me? When you put that coal in the thing, you bring out a diamond. Keep bringing
Yeah.
on the pressure while we're standing it at the moment. Look, I'm seeing a couple of silly comments here that I need to
Yeah.
just respond to.
Yeah, yeah. I would just go because, bro, there's lots of comments here for us.
So
Hey, Deji. Okay, not that
it's
one.
Tony Gerald. He says Son is the main guy for Spurs in the big game.
Amy Baba says, "Big up, Deji. I would definitely subscribe to your channel. It's
Big up.
all love, man. It's all love here, man." Um, Tony Gerald says here, "You remember our bant about Arsenal winning Crystal Palace, and now we have done the same against Leicester. Sorry for your subpar at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea were 1,000 times better, man."
Yeah,
What do
but
you
what did
say
they?
to
What
Tony
I,
Gerrard?
so what I say to Tony Gerrard is for Chelsea's 1,000 times better. What did they get for it? That's my thing.
Okay, so you're saying Conte is here for blood. Bring on not London. We can't wait. We
I
will
can't
be
wait.
motivated.
I
You
can't wait for. I can't wait.
see. One thing I really want you to understand is that with this weekend just passed now, we've now seen that Spurs are human. They're human after all. We've actually seen that Spurs, uh, Son is he can really, really come up with a very, very bad day seriously this season if you know how to actually implement your blueprints to really cut him off from the game with what
Yeah,
Chelsea did. So you having that front three isn't gonna really cut it this season, bro. Your midfield has to be, they have to be current, and your defenders. What was Dyer doing? Like, your defense isn't really that cool, Even Romero, bro, there's no coherence in that
Romero's a big.
defensive structure,
Romero's a big game.
in your team. I was really disappointed.
No,
That's
I
not a
think.
champ.
No,
That's
I
not a
think,
championship winning defense.
bro.
Would
I
you
think
say that's a championship winning
it's not.
defense?
I think it's not, but I think that at the same time that my guy has done miracles with that team, bro. Look, people tell me about uh, Arsenal's defense being stronger than Tottenham's defense, which I agree. If you look at Saliba, if you look at Gabriel, but you still conceded two to bloody Leicester, and Leicester, their players can't get away quick enough. I mean, Fofana can't wait to leave. Madison wants to get out, and Brendan Rodgers wants to leave. So for me, let's not get too happy or get our knickers in a twist. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You managed to get
We
6
have
games.
Ogbeni Ridwan family. It says here, no, Deji. Chelsea had a bad day in that game. Not Spurs. Your team was lucky to have that last goal. Remember the hair pull. What do you say to that? How do you answer Benny Ridwan?
I say to Benny Rig one, shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's quite simple. It's a shoulda, woulda, coulda because we were lucky to win the game, to get a draw. Whippity do. It happens, man. How many times last minute goals? That's what they are. Lucky. What about the hair pull? What about it? You know what I mean? If VAR doesn't pull it back, what do you want me to do about that? What do you want my team to do about that? Chelsea had a bad day. You're the only one in the world that has that opinion of Benny Rigwan, and this is why it's I'm glad you made that statement, and Tony Cloud has left it up for the people to see, because nobody in this chat agrees with that statement that Chelsea had a bad game.
Uh, Personally, I think Chelsea were just really. It was Chelsea's game. They just had to have a very, very good game management and they would have won that game. But again, for Tottenham to actually score and reply both of those goals, it showed something different from that Spurs team. A couple of you guys would just bury your heads, uh, put your heads down, and just let Chelsea just pump you guys with goals. But the way you
That's what
guys just kept your head in it and were able to come up with that draw
that's
uh,
what I'm saying.
in the in the bridge, it's something worth of note. Okay, let's go to the next comment here. Um, the United family, the ref was shocking, man. Yeah, we already agreed to that. Ola, that's so true. Makil Woko says, "Hello all." Yeah, thanks, man. I have something here from Al Yu. Hi, bro. I saw you in Mulipuro, and I appreciate you and support you. Yeah, it's one of our fans, one of our subscribers that I met in along the way, and I was like, "Hey, man, you have to join this channel, man." And he did join. Thank you, man. Thank you,
It's
Aliyu, for joining us
Mulipuro, I'm
today.
guessing it's like a superstore, right?
No, it's not a superstore. It's just an area. It's just an area around where I live.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's just an area around there. So yeah, and Lanre Adebambo, well, live, brother. Yeah.
That's my guy
I want
there.
to see questions. I want to see questions for Dejispurs. Spurs are gonna be a force in the league this season. Lanre,
That's my guy.
how do you come with this? This is a Chelsea fan. This is a
Yeah,
Chelsea fan.
because we
He's my
came
friend, and
away
he's
with a point. That's why. That's what people are missing. You're watching the game, but you're missing the most important factor. Tottenham got a point from the game. So that is what people are. Keep sleeping on Tottenham. I keep saying to people, keep sleeping on us. By the time you realize, it will be too late.
okay. Son is the main guy for Spurs in the big games because of his pace behind Kane drops deep and creates space for Son. But big teams will try to cope with that this season. Saliba can and will nullify Son. What do you think from that statement from Tony Gerard TV? He's one of our big
Yeah,
hitters
well,
on the station.
me and Tony Gerard, we go back to back, and we've been doing this for the past 2 weeks. When I see his
That,
name, when I see his name pop up, all I think about is somebody that does things on a wing and a prayer. Yeah, that's what he hopes will happen. That's what he prays will happen. But he deep down, he doesn't really believe what he's saying. Do you get what I'm
one day
saying?
he will come to the show. He will come to the show. We'll all clash
Saliba
here together.
cannot Saliba will not and cannot nullify Son. Is he mad? Like Tony Gerald. You see, people call
Why?
me.
Why do you
People,
think so? Why do
he's
you
not up
think
to it.
so?
He's not good
Saliba
enough.
has been good.
He's not
Yeah,
good
he
enough.
scored an own goal. Yeah,
Not unless
can't you
Son,
blame
not
the
unless
goalkeeper for
Son
that?
has a bad game, Saliba cannot stop Son
Why?
because Son
Why?
is world class. No one's been able to stop him.
Wait, if
Who's
Saliba
been
can
able to
do
stop
that
Son?
in the game when they played against PSG, nullifying Mbappe, Nima, and the rest of them, even
Who?
Messi,
Who?
and then you're talking of Son, who is not even quarter the level of those guys.
You see, clip this.
What are you saying,
Clip,
Deji?
clip this.
Saliba has kept Mbappe quiet. He's kept Nima quiet.
Let's
He has
see
kept
if
Messi
Saliba
quiet.
will
What
keep
are you
Son.
talking?
Let's see if he can keep Son quiet. Put some respect on Son's name. Son will score against Arsenal, and I'm gonna come at you.
Okay, yeah, this is your guy, the Dutch transfer guru. He says here, Kevin Van Oostervik. He says here, how is Kante underrated? Everyone knows he's one of the best. Yeah, and I think he's
Yeah, but
injured.
what I'm trying to say, no, I'm Kevin. Like as someone who's the transfer guru, you have to really come better than that. You know, them sort of statements piss me off. What I meant by Kante being underrated and not respect, everybody knows Kante is good. But what people need to be raving about is the fact that if not for Kante, Chelsea don't do what they do. Yeah, Chelsea don't dominate that game the way they dominate that game if Kante is not on the pitch. You heard me say earlier in the show that the next 4 games, whoever's playing Chelsea have the benefit of Conte being missing.
I completely
Yeah,
agree to that.
you
You
know what
could
I'm
really
saying?
see Kante's
He is a
runnings. He
boss.
was running. He was hungry. He looked like
He was a boss. No one's
I've
gonna have
previously called him an old
no.
guy, but I regret saying that. He's not old.
He's
The way he was running, his positional
trust
play,
me,
his awareness on that pitch, he
he's
was
crazy.
strong. He was running.
He's everywhere.
He was hungry.
Tony,
You know,
bro, he was everywhere,
he
and
was
we just
everywhere.
couldn't cope
Yeah,
with him. So that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Put some respect on his name. Had it been like Kovacic or one of them kind of guys who can barely move their legs, mate, it wouldn't have been like that. It probably would have been a more even game. So I'm just putting respect on Kante.
Yeah. Spurs with Aubert and Bentacore will come short against the big teams. What do you say to that? Tony Gerrard TV throwing shots at Dejispurs.
What I say to that is, if I closed my eyes and I listened to that question, my first thought would have been Tony Gerrard, because it's a Tony Gerrard thing to say. Again, it's another wing and a prayer. No real. I don't know where he's got that from. We will probably start Højbjerg and Bentancur against Arsenal like we did when you guys came to the Tottenham Stadium and we spanked you 3-0. So I don't know what he's talking about, that Højbjerg and Bentancur will come short against the big teams. We beat you with that midfield. We drew with Liverpool with that midfield.
But we also won the game in our home.
We beat
What's
Man
so special with you
that
guys
midfield
beating us?
scoring.
What's so special with you guys beating us at Spurs when we also won you guys at the Emirates?
Yeah, but you won when we were under Nuno.
Oh my God, this is what I don't like. The inconsistency with your.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, Nuno?
Let me rephrase it.
Okay,
let me rephrase it. I apologize. Let me apologize. Let me rephrase it. Have you beaten Spurs with Conte in charge?
No, but does that matter?
Right. Okay,
It was we beat Tottenham. We beat Tottenham. Yeah.
Let's move on.
So
I'm telling you that under Conte, we will beat you in your house and in our house this season.
Let's see how that progresses, but not with that defense. And mind you, I'm so happy that Romero, he looks injured.
I hope Saliba
Dyer, Davis. I don't see your defense.
You saying that is such
coping against Arsenal.
You saying that is such a low shot, so I'm going to do something. I'm not proud to say it, but I hope that when Saliba and Gabriel go to the shop to get some milk and eggs, I hope they twist up and bust their ankle. How about that?
Okay, no problems. Hey, what would you say about Arsenal's game last weekend? A humble review.
Okay, I'll be real. Arsenal, at the moment, you're doing your job. What I will say, though, is that Jesus...
Yeah.
I told you this anyway a couple of weeks ago, that when Jesus first came into the Premier League, I had the same feeling in my spirit when Drogba came in. This guy is a finisher. He's a baller. He can finish. And Jesus has just hit the ground running.
And you guys were in for him, right?
No, we weren't. We were in for Richarlison.
Bro, the tabloid said that you guys were in for him. That you guys wanted to come in and take it. Bro, what are you talking? You know Tottenham was in for him.
No, because if we go in for Jesus, he wouldn't start. Is he going to start ahead of Kane?
What are you saying?
Is Jesus going to start ahead of Kane? Look at this guy. Is Jesus going to start ahead of Kane or Son?
Without politics, yes. He's a deadly striker. He's a deadly striker. No, but he has shown you. No, but seriously, he has shown you. He has shown you. He comes from a club.
You see what you did there? You see what you did there? You let yourself down. You see your soul? When you said that comment, you lost a bit of your soul. You know that, innit? When you
Okay,
said that,
maybe just a bit. Maybe just a
you
bit.
lost a bit of yourself when you said
Maybe just
there
a
is
bit
no way in
because
hell
I still
that
rate
you
a
can
Kane. I
say
still rate a
that
Kane.
Jesus
But
is better than Son or Kane. No way. No, not even Arsenal fans will have that. How can you say that?
no. But check out his overall play.
Bro, look,
He helps every other
look.
person in and
He
around
started. He
him.
started well. Look, let's not get it twisted. He started well for Arsenal. He's doing well. He's
Yeah.
doing what we believed he can do. But you cannot say on this show that this guy is on the level of Son and Kane. You cannot say that. It's too soon. We've only played 2 games. That's like
I,
saying. That's like
I'll be
saying.
honest. I'll be honest. But his recent showings should already give you, it should already give you a
What we
picture,
should
a bigger picture of
you know
what
what?
he'll be doing this
Let me
season.
let me help you out. Let me help you out because
Yeah, yeah,
we're both Nigerian. So let me
yeah.
put it in a
Sure,
way. Let me put it in a language that you understand because this is
sure.
what I'm hearing from you.
Yeah.
That's like saying our knee, yeah, is a 25 goal striker because he scored
Nah,
against West Ham. Because that's
nah.
what I'm hearing from you. You
No,
can't say
but you can
that.
see his preseason. You can see his preseason, and mind you, he was always coming from the bench in Manchester City,
I
and you
don't give
can
a
see
damn.
every time he comes from that bench is an impact sub.
But why did they?
But
Why did Man City, if he was this prolific and this good, why did Pep let him go? Why did he bring in Haaland?
he,
Because let's be real. Let's be
I
real.
don't
Let's
think
not
it
open
was in
this.
the hands. I
Let
don't
me
really
just let
think
this
it was in the
land.
hands of
Because
Pep.
I know
I
where you're
think
going with this.
I think it lies with the player. I
No, but
think it lies with the player.
let me tell you
He
this.
wants to play the
Let's be
World
real.
Cup.
Everybody
He
wants
needs
to
to
win.
get his game up.
No, but listen to this. If you've got someone as prolific as Jesus is at the moment, let's say he's
Yeah.
prolific. Because that's what you want to say, even though he didn't score in the
He's
first one.
prolific. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let's go with that.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm hearing from you.
Yes.
Why did Man City not? Why didn't they just put him up front?
Again, for him to come
What is the point
in
in
front
spending
of
money on Haaland
in
when you've
front of
got a
one of
gem?
the most.
What is the point of buying Haaland when you've got a gem like that on the bench?
I don't know. Ask Pep.
Right. So
I'm
what
not
I
from
will tell
Manchester
you is,
today.
what I will say to you is, it's
Yeah.
too soon to talk about Jesus. Come and chat to me
No,
after
we're
12
talking
games.
now. He's performing
Come and
now.
chat to me
It's not
after
like he's
12
performing
games.
in the future. He's performing now and he's getting the
Well,
goals in. Do
bro,
you understand this?
He's played
Do
two
you
and scored
understand?
2. He's played 2 and scored 2.
Yeah. What about
Who?
his general gameplay? How
What
it
about it?
helps every other person in
Yeah,
that
because your
team?
team. Let me tell you why you're getting gassed, and this is why you're getting gassed.
No, I'm not
You're
getting
getting
gassed.
gassed because
He's showing
no,
it.
no, no,
He's
no, no,
showing
no,
it.
no,
He's
no.
showing it.
What Jesus has been doing is he's been highlighting how poor your team is, because you are getting really excited on standard stuff. What Jesus is doing, he's doing his job. He should be doing that. But you guys are getting excited because you're used to subpar performances. You're used to a Lacazette. You're used to Nketiah. So when you compare
But
Jesus
Lacazette
to
in there right
Nketiah,
now, right?
he looks like he's
But
amazing.
Lacazette, what did we do to Lacazette? We shipped him out, right? We're
Yeah, but you
talking of
still got
now. We're
Nketiah.
talking of now. We're talking of
But you've
now,
got
man.
What's Nketiah doing on the bench?
Let him stay on the bench for now. We
All
have a
right, cool.
Jesus. We have a
Like
Jesus.
I said,
And the
your
most
starting
important thing
11,
there is that he's scoring now.
your
And
starting
genuinely,
11.
you should be scared. You should be
I'm
scared. And we
scared.
also have a Martinelli.
It's my
We
job.
also have a Martinelli.
Oh, hold
We
on. Let
also
me
have
do
a.
something.
See, man, you're also forgetting that we have a Martinelli who has scored 2 goals in 2 games in the Premiership this season.
Yeah. Let me do something because
No. But do you understand this? Because this is a fact.
I'm getting vexed here.
Our highest goal scorer last season was Saka. Jesus actually nullifies his game in that we don't even really notice that Saka is there. Now that's how good Jesus is. That's how good he is. He has totally improved Martinelli's game. Martinelli is now finding space, scoring goals, and that's a testament for him getting two
I
goals
just don't know how you
in
work
two
that out.
games.
I just don't know how you work that out after 2 games. So, bro, let me do something.
So wait, so you mean that we should not check or we should not use the statistics of the last 2 games we've just played? Is that what you're saying, Deji?
You can use it, bro. But
What are you talking?
Can I just tell you?
What are
Can
you
I just
talking?
before we get our knickers in the twist? Can I just tell you something?
Tell me, bro.
So, Leicester City
Yeah.
finished eighth last season.
Yes. Yeah.
Crystal Palace finished 12th.
Yes.
Your next game, Bournemouth, was
Mhm.
in the Championship. Your next game after that, Fulham, was in the Championship.
Yeah.
Can you see the point that I'm making here?
Okay.
No,
Fulham. No. I see your point, but right now you just opened your mouth and you called Fulham. Do you know what was Fulham's first 2 games?
I don't give a damn. Who's their
Why
first?
why wouldn't you give a damn about it?
Okay, so
Because they played Liverpool. Because they
Yeah,
played
I knew.
Liverpool, and then
Yeah.
they drew against Liverpool. Who are
Oh, I'm not talking about Liverpool.
heroes? Your heroes.
I'm not talking about Liverpool. I'm talking about Arsenal.
Then what are you saying? Then what are you
Bro,
saying?
I'm
They just
saying
came. They just came back from the championship, and they're getting a draw against Liverpool. I'll even take it. I'll even take it. More further for you.
This week is a fix.
Did you see the game against Nottingham Forest against West Ham?
Let me tell you something.
Did you see what happened?
I
This
can't
is a
believe-
championship side that came into the Premier
Bro,
League, but they're hungry. They're hungry. They're hungry. They're
Respectfully,
hungry.
bro, you should not be pumping your chest. Let me read to you your games coming up. Your first 8 games. You've got Bournemouth. Fulham is your 4th game.
Mhm.
Then you have Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Then you guys have Manchester United. Then you have Everton. God, I'm telling you now,
Yeah.
Arsenal's start to the season is the easiest of all the teams. True or false?
With Crystal Palace.
Bro,
No. I want you to look straight into your soul. Crystal Palace is a simple game, eh?
Bro,
and Liverpool could not come out with a result in Anfield.
Bro, your 10th game is where you play a big gun, and guess who that is? Your 10th game is when you play Tottenham. That will be the first time that you would have played anyone in the top 6 against us, which is on the 1st of October. But hey, let me tell you this though, real quick.
Yeah.
Before we play you,
yeah,
we would have played Manchester City,
yeah,
Chelsea within that same period. Put some respect on my team's name. So your start to the season, if you guys don't win your first 10 games, I'm not coming on the show anymore.
Are you serious, Deji? I would drag you. I would drag you.
You should be winning all 10 of your games.
Okay, I can accept that we'll have a little bit of an easy running, but
a little bit.
But you have to be careful when you talk about this easy running. Last season, Arsenal played Brentford at the start of the season, and you saw what happened, right?
Yeah, but you guys were rubbish against them.
That's what I'm saying. So it's easy to just say these teams are coming from the championship, but they're hungry. They're hungry. Did you see the game? Did you see the game? Did you see the game Nottingham Forest played against West Ham? Did you see what happened? They're hungry. They won 1-0. And legitimately, West Ham should be a top sixer. West Ham should be a top sixer this season.
No Arsenal fan is going to accept anything but 3 points against Nottingham Forest. You guys won't even accept a 1-0 win against Nottingham Forest. Let's just be real.
Yeah, we should be beating Nottingham Forest.
You can't even come with that smack talk. Because that's what that is, smack talk. So, bro,
see, man, all I'm just trying to say is that these teams you're calling championship teams, bro, they're not. They're coming in swinging.
What I'm saying is, don't you think the gods have been kind to Arsenal's fixtures?
Well, they've been kind. I really accept that. What would you say would be your scores against Wolves this coming weekend?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I rate Bruno Mars or whatever his name is, the kind of Wolves manager. I think Wolves have a
Yeah,
good team. They've reinforced well. I think they've got this Portuguese kid called Nunes coming into the
yeah,
squad. Um, I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win. I think Tottenham will find enough to get the win. It might not be pretty. I don't expect, but it would be a damn lot easier than what it was against Chelsea. That's for sure, especially with the home crowd behind our back. I'm expecting
yeah,
Tottenham to win 2-1. And, bro, 3 games, 7 points. If
yeah.
someone asked me at the beginning of the season, would you take 7 in your first 3 games, knowing that Chelsea is in the midst of that? I would have to say yes.
But coming into that game, Wolves lost against Leeds in their first game of the season. In their second game of the season against Fulham, and they had a draw in that game. Do you think Wolves are ready to play Tottenham at this
Bro, do you
time?
know what? I hear what you're saying, but I said to you earlier in the show that there are
Yeah,
some teams that are bogey teams, and let's be real, there are some teams that maybe because of the personnel, maybe because of the system, maybe it's their style of football
yeah.
that they enjoy playing certain teams. And I'll be
Teams.
real, and you know me, I'll keep it real, and I hope it doesn't bite Tottenham in the ass. But I think Wolves is a team that enjoys playing Tottenham. Every time we play them, it is a
Yeah.
tough game. Usually we win 1-0. We don't
Usually, yeah.
we don't win 3-0, 4-0.
Three
It
nil,
does
four
a
nil.
tight game and
Yeah.
we manage to just squeeze it over the line.
Squeeze it
And
over the line.
I expect that to be the same thing. Wolves is a good team and they always play well against
Where
Spurs.
do you think the battle in that game would be?
The battle's going to be in midfield, bro. Let's put some respect on Wolves midfielders. I
Yeah.
love Neto. I think Neto is a bad man player and the sort of player that Tottenham should be going for. Neto deserves to be playing for a top 6 team. And then
Team,
they've
yeah,
got
definitely.
now Coutinho in the midfield.
I just wonder why Manchester United haven't gone for him. And
I,
and they're looking for players.
I don't
I
think,
really don't
I'll
understand,
be
man.
real. I think Man United has fallen so far from grace that
Yeah.
nobody wants to go there. And another thing is that Ten Hag didn't want to come out of Holland. He wanted to manage Ajax United from Amsterdam, is what I was hearing. He didn't want to leave because
But
everything he does is all in Holland. He don't want to look outside the box
outside
because
the box,
he should be
yeah.
going for Neto. He should be going for a
It should be
routine.
going for
He
him.
should have even
It
gone for
should
Conor
be.
Cody, the defender, because
Yeah.
Maguire is hot garbage. So yeah,
It's
it's going to be a
disgraceful.
tough game for Spurs. It's going to be a tough game. I'm not going to lie, but I think
What's your final prediction?
I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham. I think Richarlison will get on the score sheet this weekend, though. And I
Okay.
can see Kane scoring another goal.
Okay. This weekend, Arsenal have that long travel down to Bournemouth.
It's not
Uh,
that long. It's about 2.5 hours, bro.
are you sure? For the
Yes.
traveling fans,
Yeah.
it's gonna
It's
be
not,
like I heard it's a long journey actually.
it's not long. It's not long. It's 2.5 hours to Bournemouth.
Via what?
Driving.
Okay, all right. Let's say.
Yeah.
So, what do you
Yeah,
think?
the only reason why I said that is because I just don't want to give you that Arsenal was fatigued nonsense, you know.
Yeah, I get that. I get that, right, bro. So, what do you think will be the scores? What do you predict?
So
What's your prediction for that game?
to be honest,
An Arsenal loss?
I'm predicting Arsenal to win 3-0. I predicted
Ooh,
Arsenal to win last week. I can see you going there and really hurting Bournemouth. I don't think
yeah.
this, and because the way Scott Parker plays football, he likes to attack and he likes to play
He
football
likes
with.
coming out. He doesn't just like sitting back. Yeah,
But
he
he
likes
cannot
coming out.
go toe to toe with Arsenal, and Scott Parker, in his naivety, is going to go toe to toe.
Yeah,
Really, they should be
definitely
sitting back and hitting you guys on the counter, but he
on the
doesn't know
counter.
the way. And I can see you guys winning, maybe even 4-0, to be honest with you, because
Yeah,
Jesus, You look fine. The
Yeah,
only thing I was thinking, which
yeah,
is more for next week's show, is that
yeah.
I talked about you guys doing things in the upside down. And
Hmm.
so, because I believe that you guys are doing things in the upside down, I think we're going to see a role reversal of last season. Last
Hmm.
season, you lost your first 3 games.
Yeah,
This season, I see you winning your first 3 games. But
it's awesome, man.
I can see you potentially losing your fourth. Strangely, I don't know why, but
Why do you think so?
your fourth game, I just think that Arsenal. I think once you win this weekend with Bournemouth, I think the way Arsenal fans' chest is gonna pump, and if you've been there, when you're
Yeah,
on a winning run, that's when
yeah.
you become more complacent. That's the most dangerous place to be
To
when
be,
you
yeah,
when you are winning. And I think that's why I take the result, because the result for Tottenham against Chelsea has
yeah,
re-humbled us and is allowing us to recalibrate. Where Arsenal at the
yeah.
moment, you guys are just on a high. And I think
The
something's going to
fan
happen.
base is hyped up. It, we're all
Something's going to
hyped
happen
up
and
in
bring
the
you
whole
guys
euphoria
down.
of Gabriel Jesus.
Something's going
Yeah.
to happen and bring you guys down.
See, Gabriel Jesus stands for that icon that we totally miss in that Arsenal team. When did we last have a goal scoring striker like this
Henry.
that doesn't do it individually like Aubameyang?
It's Henri,
That
man.
can bring other people into the game. It's totally gameplay and
Not
his
since
keen eye for goal. Look at the first goal. Tell me that goal wasn't a beauty.
it was a fantastic
It
goal,
was an
and
absolute stunner.
not since Henri. The only thing I would say is this: I think that the key for Arsenal having a successful season this year is keeping Jesus fit, because
Exactly.
you can see that he is a step above your whole team. Like your whole team can't keep
I
up with
have
him.
to agree. I have to agree.
Okay?
I have to
And
agree.
when you look at everyone else, they're just below his level. And then when you look at his replacement, it's just woeful. So for me, I think the longer you keep Jesus fit,
Yeah.
the more scary it is for the rest of the league, and you guys could potentially have an amazing season. But if he unfortunately gets injured, it's a disaster movie.
It's a
When it's like
disaster.
it's basically Scream 5. Like everyone, all Arsenal fans screaming. Ah! When
What's
you
your
go,
final prediction for that Arsenal game, Dejispurs? Because I need to let you go because you're
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
no,
guy.
I've got Arsenal to win 3-0.
3-0, right?
I
Okay.
don't think
So
the strikers are
yeah, but
going.
all eyes will be on Tottenham and Wolves because that it will be a. I see you guys drawing that game. I don't know in a weird way because I think Wolves want to get something this in their first three
Well,
games. They want to fight.
it's a shout, especially with Romero being injured. I think it's a
Been
shout.
injured,
I
yeah,
think what I would like to see, and I don't know if he would do it, is I would love to see Basuma and Perisic start, because I think that they deserve a start. And actually, I think that Son deserves to. I think Richarlison deserves to start over Son. That's the
hmm,
beauty about having four strikers. Son has not looked sharp yet, and I think he needs
yeah,
to get out. At the moment, we've got two. We've got. There's there's three guarantees in
yeah,
life.
yeah,
We're gonna People will be born.
yeah,
We're gonna die someday, and
definitely.
Kane doesn't come off. I mean, Kane doesn't come off, and Son will come off at the 75th minute in a game. Those are the guarantees of life. And what I want to see is actually, if Son is not playing well, start with
Yeah.
Charlison. Or if Kane's not playing well, start with Charlison. Like we
And I
can't.
thought that Richarlison came very, very late in that game. Uh,
Yeah, but
he, someone in the mode of Richarlison ought to be coming in the game from the 50th minute,
you know
60th
what?
minute.
But he came in.
That change came so
He,
late.
he came in and he made a big difference. And I can see Richarlison having a good season at Spurs. You know, I told you that don't sleep on Richarlison at
On
Tottenham.
Richarlison.
And
Yeah,
although he
you
hasn't
actually
scored
said
yet,
that.
I can see he's scoring a goal. Yeah, don't
Just like
sleep on him. I can see
Lanre and
Richarlison scoring
Ibambo.
this weekend.
Well, let's see. It's going to be a tough one from my end. I think it's going to be a tough one against Wolves. Lanre says here the players who came into the game on Sunday, that's talking about your game, during the second half, really changed the game for Spurs. It's undeniable. undeniable, Lanray. What do you say to that?
It's undeniable. I agree with him, and the thing is, I
Yeah,
think what Tottenham was able to do, and again, Lamray, thank you for noticing that, and we have to put some respect on your name.
yeah,
Last season, we were not able to do that. This season,
exactly.
we were able to bring on 3 quality players that
Players
changed the
from the
game, and
bench.
off the bench, Perisic came in. Look at the delivery into the box. Richarlison came on the pitch, and he had Koulibaly spinning around like Kylie Minogue. And the reason why is because there wasn't enough data on how Richarlison plays for Spurs. So
For
Chelsea didn't
sports,
know how to
yeah,
stop him. They just didn't have.
yeah,
They didn't have the
exactly. It
data.
does, yeah, yeah,
So there
yeah.
was.
Because
So for
there
me,
wasn't any clear blueprint on how
there
he was
wasn't,
gonna play.
and
But
it
there's this
worked to
last
charm.
question I want to ask you. Okay, Zaki, a friend of this station, says, "Hello, boss." Uh, Zaki, hello to you, man. Uh, Deji, there's something I want to ask you quickly before we round up the show. Tottenham haven't seen an influx of stars the way Conte has been able to attract these stars into the team. He has brought in a Perisic, a Richarlison. He has a son. Brought in
Okay.
Kulusevski and Bentancur.
Yeah.
To what extent would you give credit to Conte for galvanizing this team?
Bro, if not Conte and any other manager, you don't see Perisic, you don't see Basuma, you don't see Richarlison at Spurs. Too many times. I'll give you an example. Tottenham had the opportunity to buy Mane for
Yeah,
35 million, and they refused. They were offering 30. And then Liverpool said, look at this nonsense. We're just going to pay the 35. And the
yeah,
rest is history. And you know what Tottenham did after Liverpool bought Mane? We
yeah.
then spent the 30 on Sissoko. Let's not go there.
Uh,
Really, let's not go there. That was the
uh,
same year. So Conte, I
yeah,
said it. I liked Richarlison when he was at Watford, and I said, look, that's a guy that
yeah,
Tottenham should be buying. A little bit like I was having a conversation with a friend today, saying, look at Eze at Crystal Palace. What are we doing letting Crystal Palace buy Eze when he's round the corner from us? Like, why would we
strong
wait?
dude.
Like, these are ballers we
He's a
could have bought.
baller. I
He,
like his diagonals,
he
the way he throws diagonals,
oh,
dribbles,
come
strong
on.
on the ball. He's
Come
like a
on, bro.
horse.
And can you
Yeah,
imagine? We let Crystal Palace buy it. That kind
yeah,
of stupidness. So the fact that, let me tell you, Richarlison, I was not surprised to see what he did at Everton. Because for me, I'm not comparing him to Mane, but I'm going to compare his influence on the team.
yeah,
Remember, Mane was at Southampton.
yeah,
Then he went to Liverpool and done what he done.
yeah,
I can see Richarlison having a similar impact at Spurs,
yeah,
where he's now coming to the big team, and I can see him really marking his space. So the point being is that Conte has brought in the types of players we should have been going for. Basuma
yeah,
would not be at Spurs if it wasn't for Conte, and I think that's why people feel that Tottenham will be in the top 3. That's why um, Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, Roy Keane are all
yeah.
saying, look, don't sleep on this team.
Don't
Because
sleep
right
on
now, these guys, you better keep your eye on them.
on them. Yeah,
And from what I'm seeing, so far, so good. Yes, the performance wasn't great against Chelsea,
yeah, yeah.
but those guys had enough fight in them to get a draw.
To get a draw. Osage Lee Zeko. He says strength in depth will be very important this season because of the 5 substitution that was just implemented in the Premiership.
And
Deji,
finally,
Deji,
yeah,
Deji, do you think you have depth strength in your squad right now? I look at
bro,
your bench and it's huge.
you saw it on the weekend. We didn't have to start. Look, let's be real. If you buy Richarlison or you
Yeah,
buy Basuma,
yeah,
if Manchester United bought those 2 players, they start for
yeah,
Manchester United.
definitely.
I would even go as far as to say they start for Arsenal. Real talk.
That's a,
We're still
that's a
not.
story for another day when we're
No,
banter, bro.
so what I'm trying to say to you is that players that would start in the top six team started on the
Yeah.
bench for Tottenham. So we have to put some respect. Yeah. And when people ask me why do I pump my chest, why am I so convinced by Tottenham finishing above Arsenal this season? I agree that Arsenal starting 11 is strong. It's a top six side, definitely your starting 11. But
Bro,
after
I'm
that,
going for the league this season.
but
That's what
when
you
I
don't
look
know.
but
I'm
when I
going for
look
that
at your
league this
when
season.
I look at
I'm
your
top of the
bench,
table with
hold
Manchester
on, bro,
City.
hold on.
After
But when I
two
look at the
games,
Arsenal,
you have just about how many points do you have?
so when I
How many
look at the
points do you
Arsenal
have?
bench, we got four
How
points.
many points do you have,
Four. We got four.
Deji?
Four.
What position on the table are you?
We're fourth.
Okay. Arsenal is on what position right now?
You're second.
Joint with Manchester City, right?
Yeah, you're second though. You asked me what position. You're second. You're not top. You haven't been top yet. So calm
The
yourself
king
down.
is
You're not
back.
top.
The
You haven't
king
been
is
top yet.
back.
Yeah, we'll see. But like I was
Yeah.
saying, bro, you asked me
Yeah.
about strength and depth. The bit
Yeah.
that I fear for you guys, legitly, and I
Yeah.
know you fear it because you're a sensible guy, is that your bench cannot save you.
Yeah, I have
If,
a
let's,
problem with
let, me,
my
let, me
bench.
give, let me give you an
We need to
example.
dip into that
If we
transfer
brought
market
on,
and get more
if we
players.
brought on and Ketia, El Nene, yeah, and if we brought on Tierney in that game against Chelsea, would we have drawn?
No, but again, if you check it, Arsenal still put Chelsea on the leash most times we
But bro, can I
meet.
be real?
So,
I'm not gonna lie.
so
No,
if you
but
say that, then why would
listen,
Arsenal beat Chelsea
but,
all of a
no, but what
sudden?
I'm trying to say
Four
to you is
zeros, three zeros, two
there's
ones,
a
and
couple
two
of things that
zeros.
you need to acknowledge. First and foremost, when you play Chelsea, it's not as fiery as when Chelsea plays Spurs.
I totally agree.
You
I
agree?
totally
All right.
agree.
Cool.
Yeah, I agree to that.
Secondly, even if it was fiery, you seem to have the better of Chelsea. Like you know how to beat them.
Yeah,
Where you struggle with, and someone kind of highlighted it to me today, you're more likely to struggle with Crystal Palace than you do Chelsea.
definitely,
That's the truth.
definitely. Yeah,
So it's
fact.
very hard
I
to make
agree to that.
comparison. It's hard to make that comparison. You would have done this with Chelsea, blah blah blah, this and that. When
Yeah,
you don't struggle with Chelsea though,
we
you
don't.
you you
We
struggle with
always
Crystal
have our
Palace.
way against them. I can't wait to play them in the Premiership. That's three good points waiting
Yeah,
for us,
bro.
definitely.
Is what it
Thumb up, guys. Yeah.
Like and
Deji.
subscribe on my boys' channel. Like and subscribe.
Yes, man. Deji, like I said, Deji would be uh getting his channel sorted out very, very soon. Please, guys, you will have to subscribe to him. I would also release a campaign for him too when his channel comes up, and really hope that you guys will go out there and support him. He was he's a big supporter of this channel. He's instrumental to my growth here too, and he's become a brother to me too. So you guys should please show him love when his channel comes out soon.
No, for sure.
Tomorrow I'll be having the rival show, which is supposed to be called the Chicken Show, with the Manchester United faithful Ola of the United family, where we'll be talking about Manchester United. I don't know, Deji. I really want you to come up to the show one day when we're talking about
Please
Manchester
invite me.
United. I really need to have you
Please.
in one of
It,
these shows in
it
a
would.
tripartite.
And you know, I
Uh,
like Ola a lot, but to be honest, there's nothing for him to say. But it's really good for him to turn up, though. Uh, his
yeah,
his team is a disaster.
it's a
Uh,
disaster, man.
and you know what? The only thing you can say is that Manchester United had it coming. You see, Fergie for me was using witchcraft to get those wins.
His dark
And
arts
now that he's gone,
is
they just
gone.
don't have a
Yeah,
clue.
the
And
asses are
he just got
open,
washed.
all bare for all to see.
It really is,
The
man.
rotten and decaying system there going on. It's just incredible how Maguire is left down there to roam about like an headless chicken. uh, tackling no one. And hey, you are the captain of a Manchester United team that you performed badly last season, and you're coming to that team this season with a new coach showing faith in you, and you put up that kind of performance
Exactly.
in Old Trafford and in the heart of London against Brentford. What are you doing, Ten Hag? Can't you see that Maguire is finished? He's an headless chicken. And then, as a captain of of English royalty, the kind of club you come from, and then you delegate duties to to Martinez to go tackle Ivan Tony. What are you doing? Are you crazy?
Well,
What
you
is
guys
wrong
almost
with
went
you?
for that guy. Can you imagine? You guys almost went in for Martinez, and I remember on
Bro,
being
I want nothing to do with that guy.
on and he was bigging up this guy, and I was telling One Touch, this guy Martinez is crap. And you know what? You know what? I'm gonna speak to it. People need to start putting up clips
Ola
when I
started
tell them
talking. Ola started talking. Leave the United talk for tomorrow.
you know what I mean?
I
That
will
Martinez,
explain everything to you. Don't worry.
you better. I'm tuning in tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to it.
Please, man. Please, man. Even I might even want you to even join in. Let's make it let's make it a basher. I like to crash the party. So I would likely send you the the invite link. So you would join us with Ola. That's if you're disposed to it.
Yeah.
Backstage, I would say ask you if you could join us because Ola will need. We need to discipline Ola on, on this station. It needs a little bit of discipline, because before the season started, it wasn't high. He
Yeah.
didn't have high hopes for it, but he was still kind of like feeling like, I'm Manchester United, and I really want to bust that chest.
Well, his
So
chest must be busted now. He's bottom of the league.
you understand that, right? So who else to do it than the Tottenham Van Helsing?
You know what made me laugh? Ola, and this is not a comment at you, my bro. But you
Yeah,
came on the last show wearing a Man U shirt, and I just thought, what a brave guy.
very brave.
That takes a lot of balls to do that. You know,
Big balls.
Ola is a true fan to be
He's a
wearing
true
that Man
fan.
U
Yeah, he's a
shirt.
true fan.
Can you imagine that Manchester United is -5 goal difference?
Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry. I totally forgot to ask you this question, Deji, because I need your input here.
Yeah.
Manchester United faces Liverpool next weekend.
On Monday.
Yeah, on Monday, sorry. What do you think? I predicted a 7-1. I think that would be the biggest lashing they would receive this season. 7 goals to 1.
I
That's my
want to say,
prediction.
I
What
want
do
to
you
say, I
what do you
want to
think?
say, because Liverpool enjoy playing Man U, and especially Man United in disarray. My heart is saying no. My head is saying no. My heart is saying 6-0. My head is
Okay.
saying 5-0.
Yours is even worse. You're not even giving them a goal.
My heart is saying 6. My head is saying 5.
Oh my god.
There's
Bro,
no way, bro. You got to understand. They lost 4-0 to
oh my
Brentford.
to Brentford.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
remember.
height. That's the height.
And
Their demise from glory.
also you got
Yeah.
to also remember that Liverpool
Mhm.
have not won a game yet. So
They'll
you
be
got to put
hungry. They
those
will
things
come in
together.
hungry in that game.
Hungry. I remember,
Hungry.
I think a couple seasons ago, Liverpool
Yeah.
did put 5 past them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Liverpool would put minimum 5 past Manchester United. And I
Exactly.
said, I had One Touch. I had to bring it, and I'll send it to you. I was in Madrid when I had this message, and I told
Okay.
One Touch that in May, it was early May, that I
Yeah.
can't see Ten Hag lasting more than 18 months. I should have put £100 on that bet. That was in May. That's before he was even announced as manager, because this man, if they were to lose 6-0 or 5-0, if they lose on Monday, he's under pressure.
Well,
He is
I've
under
already
pressure.
predicted that he's going to leave the club after 10 games.
Bro,
It's
and
a bold
remember,
one, but I'm serious now.
unlike, and their fixture list is a role reversal to you guys. So where your games are winnable, They then have Southampton. They then play Leicester. They then play Arsenal. So they've got you guys coming up.
Oh
Then
my God.
they've got Crystal Palace, and then they've got Leeds
Oh
before
my
they then
God.
play
And
Man
Leeds,
City.
Leeds now are just powering up, beating everyone in the league this season.
They've got
Well,
so they would have, so by the time Arsenal plays Spurs that weekend on the 1st of October,
yeah.
they've got Man City that Sunday.
Oh my God. Ten Hag will be sacked in 10 games. That's my feeling. It's not that guy's not gonna last 2 months
Because bro, they've not bought anyone. So what can he do?
at all, at all.
And remember,
And
also,
Martinez
you
that they
know,
brought in can't even tack or even mark me who scored for Brentford. It's a disaster. I don't even see where they're gonna get the goals. Ronaldo's head is in there. Rashford is still needs to do more charity. Sancho forgot his shooting boots in Dortmund. I genuinely can't see where they're gonna get the goals.
bro, they can't, bro. I mean, Manchester United.
I'll,
I,
I'll
I
leave
had,
that talk for tomorrow.
yeah. Anyway, leave it for tomorrow.
I'll leave the Deji, please. I would like you to join
I'll
in,
make sure
even if
that
it's just for a cameo. Even
yeah,
if you have other things doing, just I will send you the link. Just come in for a cameo. Let's
yeah,
let's talk to Ola. Let's put it on him. Let's put him in the game.
yeah.
Um, it's time to go. Deji, we thank you very, very much. You're a big brother, and thank you for always gracing the show whenever I shout out to you. Thanks,
Pleasure.
man.
Appreciate
I definitely will repay this back to you. Tomorrow, please join us 8 p.m. UK time, where I'll be having a go at the United family. Ola, when it comes here to make a case and attempt a defense for Manchester United. It's going to be a real one. And Dejispurs might be joining us for that show tomorrow. So let's see what's going to happen. Please join us tomorrow. On Friday, the Chelsea, the Chelsea fanatic Osage Lee Izeko will be joining us here to talk about that famous Chelsea game versus Tottenham game, and Dejispurs will be paying close attention to that. Because they're going back and forth, him and Lee Zeko. Thank you for everyone who joined us in this game today. Thank you for everyone who has been subscribing to us. Deji Sports will be coming out with his own channel very, very soon. Please, if you guys love this channel, you have to subscribe to Deji Sports. Even if you're an Arsenal fan, you're a Manchester United fan, Chelsea fan, just go. You have to banter him, make him look stupid sometimes. Just go when his channel comes up, just go there and click, 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 click. Add him and subscribe. I'll send the memo and the campaign ads for him when his channel is set up. So thank you guys and join us tomorrow. Thank you guys. Goodbye.